It's currently 7:42 p.m. Here's where I am currently on the Mughal polystyrene drawing project. I did some work on the project using most of these Sharpie markers at one point or another, both as the July 27 My Dinner video project file was being rendered by Camtasia 2019 into a 1080p quality MP4. Then a little as that rendered MP4 was uploading to my YouTube channel. And then a little more within the last hour or so, after the July 27 My Dinner video project file finished uploading to my YouTube channel roughly 2 hours and 15 minutes ago. It's currently 8:26 p.m. I've most recently started editing the July 28 My Dinner video project in Camtasia 2019 after saving onto my phone from my Facebook app, which I don't go on that much, some of the photos my mom took from her phone of our experiences at the Renaissance Festival. I decided to save a total of 10 of those photos to sort of fill some gaps in the telling of our experiences at the Renaissance Festival. I copied and pasted those photos from my phone to my laptop by using my phone charger as a tether after removing the adapter end. It took a few tries before I had moved those photos to the My Dinner project folder, where I knew I would be able to see those photos from my laptop displaying my phone's files through File Explorer. My first two attempts, the folders I moved those photos to, the first time the folder itself didn't appear in File Explorer on my laptop, and the second time the folder appeared, but when I opened it, the photos themselves didn't appear. So on my third attempt, I just moved those photos to the My Dinner project folder that I used to transfer the photos and raw video clips of my dinner video projects from my phone to my laptop so that I can ultimately free up space on my phone to record the raw video clips for each My Dinner video. Though I had to move the two photos for the July 29 My Dinner video project back to the camera folder in order to cleanly drag those 10 photos to copy and paste them onto my laptop. So technically a total of 4 attempts. To get those 10 extra photos for the July 28 My Dinner video project file. Around 6:15 in the morning, I had with my first and only cup of plain coffee today. Three mild cheddar cheese sticks from a Wegmans generic branded pack of them, and a glass of low sodium V8 branded vegetable juice, and a glass that looked just like this one. Around 12:45 p.m. I had with a glass of whole milk, like I'm having currently, what was left of the spare ribs I had yesterday, and a piece of a ribeye steak my mom cooked for me yesterday, and then packed using a black plastic bowl we got during a visit to our local Tai Chi bubble tea. And a clear plastic lid so I could bring it over from her place to my dad's place. My shift at Wegmans was from 8 in the morning to 12:30 p.m. Though my dad dropped me off at the Wegmans I work at around 7:15 in the morning. I recall first naturally waking up today around 3:15 in the morning, falling back asleep within a few minutes, and then naturally waking up again around 5:15 in the morning, upon which within a minute or two I got up, and within 5 to 10 minutes I was working on editing the July 27 My Dinner video project in Camtasia 2019. Though I primarily edited it during the early to mid afternoon hours. After my mom picked me up from the Wegmans I work at and drove me back to my dad's place. During my shift, I restocked a combination of the banana section, the hard item section, and the bulk wall of the produce department. During the first hour and a half of my shift, I primarily restocked the banana section and the hard items section. And then after that, I primarily restocked the bulk wall on the right side of the produce department. Also on that side of the produce department is the carrots and celery section, for which at one point during my shift, I loaded 4 black plastic collapsible crates on the top level of my cart, and these crates were all full of 16-ounce plastic bags of regular baby cut carrots. I recall I had to expand a bit an already pretty large section to be able to restock all of the 16-ounce plastic bags of regular baby cut carrots from those 4 crates, which I rotated easily as the top 2 crates happened to have a sell-by date of August 23, while the bottom 2 crates, all of these crates being on the top level of my designated cart for today, had a sell-by date of August 16. So I just restocked the 2 crates with the August 23 sell-by date. First, so that they would be behind the 16-ounce plastic bags of regular baby cut carrots with a sell-by date of August 16. I took my one and only 15-minute break today around noon. By 3 p.m., I was basically done with editing the July 27 My Dinner video project in Camtasia 2019. And I did a 30-minute HIIT workout from roughly 3 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Following along the YouTube video, I always follow along to for a 30-minute HIIT workout. I sipped at a plastic bottle of strawberry lemonade flavored super water, both during the 30-minute HIIT workout in my room upstairs and while cooling down in the kitchen downstairs at my dad's place, sitting pretty much right next to the sink and dishwasher for roughly half an hour before I went back up to my room. I didn't have any of the super water during the first set of the HIIT workout, as that's basically a warm-up. Then I had at least a tiny sip during both 60-second breaks between sets, and during most of the 30-second breaks between exercises. During the second and third sets. Between sets, the exercises stay exactly the same. After I went back up to my room, after cooling down, that was when I technically finished editing the July 27 My Dinner video project, rendered that video project into a 1080p quality MP4, which I recall taking roughly 40 minutes. And then uploaded that MP4 file to my YouTube channel. I recall sipping at a glass of tap water using this same glass that I'm using currently to have a glass of whole milk. Roughly during from 6 p.m. to roughly 7 p.m. over somewhere between 50 and 60 minutes. I also recall sipping at a paper glass of cooler water during the first 2 hours or so of my shift at Wegmans today. Early on, I got the attention of a female coworker that I'm pretty sure is an assistant manager at the Wegmans I work at, to tell her I had misplaced my cutter for cutting open plastic mesh bags of usually varieties of bulk or bagged onions, and she led me to one of the general corridors of the employees only warehouse to lead me where to get a new yellow plastic cutter tool, and she gave me a new one. This was at pretty much the very start of my shift. A little later, an older male coworker that I'm pretty sure is at least a supervisor at the Wegmans I work at told me that my new pair of anti-slip work shoes had come in and led me into the section of the employees only warehouse for those who work in the produce department, so I could pick up that rectangular shaped cardboard box that contained my new pair of anti-slip work shoes. Though I didn't open that cardboard box and put on my new pair of anti-slip work shoes, as the old pair was still perfectly fine. Instead, I put that cardboard box that contained my new pair of anti-slip work shoes on the bottom level of my cart and brought them home with me when my mom picked me up from the Wegmans I work at after my shift. It's currently 10:04 p.m. I've gotten myself another glass of tap water, and I'm going to go to bed very soon. And when I wake up, I'll work on editing the July 28th My Dinner video project in Camtasia 2019. I recall I had roughly 2/5 of the plastic bottle of strawberry lemonade flavored super water during my 30-minute HIIT workout. And then I had the rest of it while I was downstairs at the kitchen at my dad's place cooling down.